Zack. Zack. Another one? Yes, sir. Zack. 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 Infinite ult chain. Infinite ult chain until to the very end. Until the very end. Bro is not having it. Bro is not having it. This is supposed to be AOE down there. It's supposed to be AOE. What's up guys, Ronaldo here and welcome. And today I wanna showcase you guys Cassiel because oh my, this guy just ults 4 times in a row, dealing a nuke like that 4 times in a row. It's crazy how strong this guy is. And I only just got aware of him when I read the comments on the suggested sleeper picks, who you guys think is slept on. And man oh man, Cassiel is insane. For the people that don't know how he works, I will showcase you guys how he will just solo single target arena and get like 4 ults off in a row. It will look ridiculous. Let me tell you that. It will look ridiculous. How can he even get 4 ults off in a row? Well, he's basically built fully around the Divine Sigil, right? He gets 1 Divine Sigil every 60 seconds. Up to 3 sigils. What do? They increase his ult damage by 20%, can stack up to 3 times and increase the damage for 20 seconds, right? The ult damage. For each ally in ultimate range, increase Divine Sigil's natural gain rate by 30%, up to 3 times, reducing that natural gain rate, okay? So he can get it a lot faster when he has allies around himself. But that still doesn't make any sense that he can ult so many times, right? And then here comes a big one that improves his Divine Sigil gain rate by a large margin, and that is going to be where he's shining really, is when every time the hero or any ally affected by a fortified blessing takes damage, reduces the time remaining until gaining the next stack of Divine Sigil by 5 seconds. And this is what makes him ult so quickly and so many times in a row, as you will be able to see him just go like crazy, simply due to that. Because the fortified blessing, what you can see here is this right here. He shares 50% damage taken by the ally 1 tile ahead, and he gains physical and magic damage reduction by 20%. So he doesn't just die while he helps the tank out survive, right? Might be very important. Then after casting the ultimate, here comes the big one. So if he has allies around himself, he gets sigils faster. He reduces the damage taken of the ally in front of him by a good amount of damage, because he takes a lot of the damage for him. And then on top of that, when the ally in front of him takes damage, he gets even more sigils, right? He gets them very quickly. If you read this, you're like, damn, this guy's 60 seconds to get 3 sigils and they will all be consumed again. That sounds not that good, but he gets them so quickly, especially if the fortified blessed ally in front of him takes damage. So next up we have Clarity of Mind. After casting the ultimate, here it comes. Increases rage restored from the consuming of Divine Sigil by 50%. The follow-up attack of Divine Retribution additionally inflicts damage reduction. What is all this? First up, his basic attack is basically irrelevant. It's just a normal attack, 2 tile range. But his ultimate is his bread and butter, and it's all set up for his ultimate. Dealing 700% true damage, penetrating damage in range to 1 enemy and stunning them. After casting the ultimate, if there are enemies in range, consumes 1 stack of Divine Sigil and restores 50% rage. This is where the sigils come in. It makes it that he can just restore rage very quickly. When 3 allied heroes are adjacent to the hero, the ultimate is upgraded to Divine Retribution. So if you have 3 units close to him, he doesn't just get the normal 700% true damage, he gets 700%, or it's not true damage actually, it's not the same because it can be reduced by physical damage reduction, right? But physical damage that ignores defense in range. Then shortly after, he deals 350% physical damage of the same type that ignores defense to 1 enemy with the lowest HP percentage in range, and also inflicts a stun with that. And then again, he regenerates the rage when he has Divine Sigils, and he regenerates so much it is ridiculous. You will see it. You will see it. This guy is a menace. Post-recording Ronaldo here, guys. I will also show you guys Cassiel against Malric Trials a little bit on a level 3 Malric Trials stone. I can actually show you guys which one it was. On this one, level 3 Malric stone, how he works. I put him into the bottom row where it's actually a lot of units coming in and you kind of want AOE damage. I put him in there to see how good he works. Because I was like, you know what, it is AOE damage, but I want to see how long he can keep up with his ults. You know, how many ult resets can he get? And man, oh man, he just goes nuke for nuke for nuke. Now, in terms of the gearing for Cassiel, what I figured out so far is for sure, I would say crit damage over attack speed on him is guaranteed better for him, simply because his damage, it all comes from his ultimate, right? It's just his ult and his ult resets. And he gets a lot of rage. He doesn't need that much rage from the attack speed. You just get as much attack speed as you can, but you prioritize crit damage. So here you want crit damage instead. If you have an attack plus crit rate crit damage and the attack crit rate attack speed, you want the crit damage on your Cassiel now here as well. And you are with Cassiel in a good spot where you don't need all triple attack. You know, that's a privilege. You know, that's a very big privilege, because often we're starved for attack pieces. He doesn't need triple attack simply because he has such high attack, but also he ignores defense. He penetrates defense completely. I haven't tested him on double crit damage. Some experienced Cassiel players maybe in the comments can tell you guys what's better, but one crit damage works completely fine. You definitely don't need triple crit damage simply because he penetrates all of that defense anyway. And oh boy, he's so good. He's so good. And also in terms of gearing, what I've tested so far is you kind of want some HP as well in case he gets hit, or in case his unit in front of him heavily gets hit and he transfers some damage to himself, even though he has some damage reduction in his kit and reduced attack to your opponent as well. Some HP helps him as well in case your tank in front of him takes a lot of damage. He will be able to survive very well as well, simply because he has such a high HP pool. As you can see, his base HP is insane and he scales very well with that HP. And with that out of the way, let's go first into the arena where you see him absolutely butcher arena all by himself, and then afterwards I will showcase you how he deals with the bottom lane on Malric Trials, where he's not supposed to be played, but I just put him there to really hammer the point down on how strong he actually is and how strong his single target damage is, that you can put him in there and he puts in so much work. So this is the team that we are going to be rocking with here in the arena. As you're going to be able to see, his damage is absolutely ridiculous. So we're going to place the Siren because we have high cost units in here. And we need her to generate some cost. But luckily for her, Cassiel will help her survive, because usually Siren in the later stages is going to have a hard time surviving. But he takes some of the damage for her. And on top of that, he stuns enemies as well. So she has less to worry about. And already there we go. Some good damage from the lad. We continue here. Can pop this in. Put her in. And at the beginning of the fight, you know, it's just simple. It's just a normal go. Nothing too crazy. And we can go for something like this. There we go, ults again. And then we're chilling. And we could place our Praus here, but I want to showcase you guys that he can do it by himself. So we're going to place Praus here, facing into the wrong direction. And I want to showcase you guys how he goes in the later stages, in the later rounds. He's absolutely ridiculous, and afterwards I'm going to showcase you guys how it's going to look like with Praus together. But here, look, he ults and he ults again. Instant gone. I just want you guys to focus on him specifically, and then with the Praetus we can see a direct damage comparison between the two in the longer fight, how they match up together. Of course, together they can do even more. He ults again. Beautiful damage there. And then the last guy comes in, taking care of him. Getting the ult out. 1 million damage, ignoring all the defense, right? And now these guys come in. And now I need you guys to look how quickly he gets these ultimates out. Once he pops it, you will be able to see it. Pops ult again. Beautiful. And then he just continues. He helps the Siren survive. We have some more healing going as well. Drops the ult in here. Problem is he kills them too quickly. If he wouldn't kill them too quickly, then he would have more ults going. So as you will be able to see here, as long as enemies are in range, he gets another ult. There we go. Another one. And another one. Beautiful, beautiful. He just goes and goes and goes. Did you see that, guys? Did you just see that? He just gets ult after ult. And he's ready again. Drops 1.5 million damage just like that. Casual. Casual for the lad. And now these guys come in, right? And now he can drop ults. Bam. Drops another one. Bam. Drops another one. Bam. Drops another one. I mean, come on now. Come on now. Give this man an order. So it helps the Siren survive. Drops ult. Drops another one. Drops another one. This guy. Cassiel, man. What is going on with him? What is going on with him? He's just sending it. He's just full sending it. Zack. 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 How many ults did he just get out? How many ults did he just get out? And now he goes for the back-to-back ults for these guys as well. Beautiful. Oh, triple. There we go. Casual. Casually solo DPS Cassiel. The entire thingy here. Casually done from him. There we go. Now, of course, against higher BP. Gonna be a rough one, right? But the thing is, against higher BP, you also will have your Praetus in there, for example. And on top of that, against higher BP, you also need to consider that he doesn't kill them that quickly and therefore will be able to get more ultimate resets. Because he gets these ult resets, as long as enemies are in range, he just gets in there, you know? He gets the empowered ult and he just goes and goes and goes. So here we go. Back. We're starting off. Simple as that. And I'll skip forward to when we have the Praetus in there to see how it works with the Praetus. And there we go, we have the Praetus in now, and I can already tell you guys, you probably putting in Praetus before Casiel might be a good play if you play this kind of defense here, because then the Praetus gets to stack his ultimate up and the Casiel really starts to get his value by the time when there's when you're in the end game, more or less, when there's multiple enemies, strong enemies coming in, and he can just get ult after ult after ult. So now Praetus is still scaling here, doesn't have all his stacks. Bam, Cassiel goes. Next enemy comes in. A very smooth run here. Let me think. And we can actually place the... We even made a mistake here, as you can see. This is my first time placing the Praetus properly. You could just put in the constants in here, so Praetus is also getting an attack buff. And look at that. Very smooth. Very smooth. Praetus goes. Helps out at the beginning. Casiel didn't get the reset here. Unfortunately. Casiel did not get the reset here. So he comes in, drops an ult. There we go. Next wave coming in as well. Let's see. Praetus. He goes for it. Praetus is a menace, not gonna lie. Raises a menace. Cassiel goes. One tap stack. There we go. And I think this is the last enemy. Oh, no. There's another one coming in. And Cassiel is about to ult here. Back. And he's gone. And you really see the value about Cassiel, right? This is the thing about this run now is I don't have any awakenings in here, right? But the second people have higher BP and these guys become way stronger, then the Cassiel value becomes a lot stronger as well because he gets so many resets as long as there are many enemies in front of him, and he can really start shining. So see, back, instant resets for the last wave. Easy claps for him. Easy claps for him. As stronger the enemies are, the more value he gets. So here we have 50-50, right? Here we have 50-50. The thing is, against higher BP, I'm very much certain actually that Cassiel will start performing even better because he gets more and more resets from his ultimates. Alright, I want to actually see as well how well he does in Malric Trials. Even in the bottom lane, how well he does there. I know it's supposed to be AOE, right? It's supposed to be AOE damages like Lubu, like Valk and such. But I thought, as long as enemies are coming, this guy gets ult after ult after ult. I think he probably can get the job done there as well. So that's what I'm gonna do. Who else do we need? I have no idea. We are at a... which kind of level? Mossy Crystal Stage 3, 800 kbp. Let's see how it works. Let's see how it works, how he performs here in Malric Trials. Nice, Cassiel, man. Alright, so we have enemies coming in here. And we're gonna drop him in. Should we drop him in up front here? Or back here? Does it really matter? I don't think so. We're just gonna drop him in here and drop no lag in here. Now, that's actually a good thing to note. Does the Oleg care? You know, if the Oleg has a shield, does the Cassiel get the... look at him. Does the Cassiel get stacks, you know? So we will have to see. He takes some damage, so I think he's getting stacks. Yes, sir. Another ult, another ult, another ult. Another ult. He just takes care of them all. He just takes care of them all. Now he's him. He's him. He's so him. Oh my god. This guy. Absolute unit. Look at him go. Look at him go down there. Look at him go. He just takes them out, all of them, without any problems at all. You gotta be kidding me. You've got to be kidding me about him. Who even is this guy? Have you seen that? Who even is this guy? Genuinely. He just drops in there, pops them all. Look at him go down there again. Look at him go. Just watch him. Bam, ult, ult. 3, 4, 5. 5 ults in a row. Just like that. Just like that. Casually. So there you have it about Cassiel, guys. He is super strong. Also, not only for the arena, right? But also for something like Guild Boss 2 is very strong as well, because the thing is, he applies that damage reduction that helps a lot in surviving against Guild Boss 2. If you're not using a chaotic team, right? Then he also has the stun on top of it on himself as well, and he can get multiple stuns out by himself. And then he has the damage reduction for the unit in front of him, most likely going to be another DPS that you're gonna place in front of him. And he just provides so much to the team and deals so much damage. It is insane. Especially Guild Boss 2 as well. If you haven't, you gotta try him out. You gotta try him out. And I only noticed that after going through the comments, and I saw that Cassiel was getting ults off like 6, 7, 8 times in a row. And I was like, what are you talking about? He gets ult off. That sounds broken. 6, 7 times in a row. And I tested him. Man, oh man, this guy. Probably my most wanted now. This Cassiel or Lubu. I mean, Valara I don't say no to either, of course. But yeah, the main issue is, of course, he's an ancient exclusive unit, but I just was so flabbergasted from this guy. I just wanted to showcase you how insane he is and how good of a gimmick, how fun of a gimmick it is, how he just ults and ults and ults. And the stronger the enemies, the more ults he gets out. The more times your ally in the front gets hit, the more ults he gets out. And he gets them out one by one by one. With that said, that's already all from my side. Just wanted to bring Cassiel closer to you guys, showcase you guys how crazy this guy actually is. I'm Ronaldo. I wish you a blessed day. Stay tuned for more, and I'm out. Peace!